All right, review for the Chapter 6 test. A band will play 5 cover songs and 3 original songs. In how many ways can they arrange the program if an original song must be played last? Okay, so we got 8 songs, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One of these 3 has to be played last. Okay. Now, since that's the only requirement of one of those 3 songs being played last, now there are 7 songs left to be played. So it's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when we multiply those out, we get 15,120. How many 4-letter radio station call letters can be made if the first letter must be either K or W, the last letter is R, and no letters may be repeated? Okay, so we have 4 letters. Now, the first letter has to be one of 2 letters. And the last letter has to be an R. Now, this is tricky. You don't just take 3 from 26 because remember, one of these is going to be used and one of them is still available. So that means there's still 24 letters left for this spot and 23 for this spot. Now we multiply those out, we get 1,104 or 1,104. An employee identification card at work has a 7-digit number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first digit cannot be 0. So that means there's only 9 possible numbers there. The next 6 can be 0 through 9. Now, since it does not say that there are not repeats allowed, that means each of these spots is 10. So that's just 9 with 6 zeros. So 9 million. How many different 3-person committee teams can be formed from a group of 9 women and 11 men if a committee can be composed of 3 men or 3 women? Okay, so remember we have an or here. That means plus. So we have 3 out of the 9 plus 3 out of the 11. And it's just an equal committee, no ranking, so it's a combination, not permutation. So you take both those numbers and add them together to get 249. In how many different arrangements can 3 men and 3 women be seated in a row if no one sits next to a member of the same gender? Right, so that means we have 6 spots. So 3 men could sit there, 1 of 3. Then there's 1 of 3 women that could sit there. Then there's 2 guys left, 2 women, 1 man, 1 woman. Multiply those out, you get 36. If 4 cards are randomly drawn from a deck of cards, how many ways can the hand consist of 2 7s and 2 3s? So and, remember, means times. Okay. So we're getting 2 7s out of 4 possible 7s and 2 3s out of 4 possible 3s. And you do those, run them through, multiply, and you get 36 for that. In how many ways can a student select 2 of each type of book from a set of 7 math books, 9 science, and 5 literature books? So again, we're going to be multiplying these. So we have 2 out of 7 times 2 out of 9 times 2 out of 5. Order doesn't matter, so it's combination. So that's 7,560. Number 8, Midstate Trucking must hire 3 truck drivers and 4 clerks. There are 6 applicants for trucks and 10 for clerk. How many ways can the 7 be chosen? All right. Well, there's 3 truck drivers positions out of 6 applicants. Order doesn't matter. There are 4 positions out of 10 applying. And you multiply those, find those both separately, multiply, and you get 4,200. A candy manufacturer makes 5 kinds of dark chocolate, 3 kinds of white. A sample pack contains 2 dark and 2 white. How many different ways can this be prepared? All right. Well, again, that's going to be 2 out of 5 times 2. Whoops. Out of 3. And that's 30 different ways. All right. A committee of 4 is selected from 5 men and 6 women. How many different ways can it be done if 3 must be women? At least 3. Whoops. At least 3 women. Okay, so 6 women to start with. So that's going to be 3 out of 6. Okay. And that would mean that there's 1 spot left to be chosen from the 5 men. So that's one scenario. And then we could have all 4 women out of 6. And that would mean no positions for men, so we don't need to put anything there. And when we do that, we get 115. Ms. Buff has 5 bracelets, 8 necklaces, and 7 sets of earrings. How many ways can she select one of each to wear? Okay. Well, this is like the simple problem when you have a sandwich and different toppings and different sodas or whatever. So that's just 5 times 8 times 7, counting principle. That means 280. A presidential task force is selected from 8 executive officers and 12 staff members. The task force will have a chairperson and a secretary chosen from these 8, and a board of 4 people selected from these 12. So these 2 positions here are ranked, these 4 are not. So the first 2 are going to be NPR, and the second one's going to be NCR. So we're going to have 2 people chosen with ranking from 8 people, and we're going to have 4 people chosen no rank from 12. Which gives us 27,720. A drama play consists of 4 songs and 5 acts. How many ways can the program be arranged if a song must begin and end the play? So that's 9 things to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, it says a song, one of the 4 songs must begin, and one of the 3 remaining must end. Now, that leaves 7 events left out of the 9. So we have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Or I could use my brain and count properly. So I only wrote 7 things when there should have been 9, obviously. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's that song. And then we have 2, 1 there. And that gives us 60,480. How many ways can the letters in the word independent be arranged? Okay, there's 11 letters, so 11 factorial. Now we look for repeats. Okay, so D, there's 1, 2 D's, so that's 2 factorial. N, we have 1, 2, 3, so that's 3 factorial. And then E's, we have 1, 2, 3, that's 3 factorial. And then we have an I, a P, and a T. So we have 11 factorial divided by 2 factorial times 3 factorial times 3 factorial, which gives us 5,554, 400. All right, bag contains 6 white, 4 red, and 3 green. In how many ways can a person draw 2 of the same color? All right, so same means we're going to add. So we're going to have 2 out of 6. Order doesn't matter. And we're going to have 2 out of 4. And we're going to have 2 out of 3. Multiply those 3 numbers that we get 24. A club agrees to provide 5 seniors to work at the local school carnival for freshmen. 1 is selling balloons, 1 sells popcorn, 1 sells cotton candy, 1 takes tickets, and 1 dresses a clown. So that's 5 people, 5 position, and ranking matters. That's 120. The program committee of Bluegrass Festival must arrange 5 acts for an evening performance. 7 are available. How many different ways could the evening go? So that's 5 acts needed out of 7. Order matters because they're going to be playing in a certain order. So that's P. So that leaves us to 25, 20. How many ways can 7 math teachers and 3 social studies teachers line up to take a photo if math teachers must be grouped together and social studies teachers must be together? Okay, so you have 2 situations here. You can have all the math teachers on the left side and the social studies teachers on the right, or you can have the social studies teachers here and the math teachers here. But these are all going to be together and these are all going to be together. So we have 2 different situations and 2 different situations. So 4. So what we have here is we have the 7 factorial times 3 factorial, right? That is if the math teachers were first and the social studies were second. We're basically just going to double that, which is the same as saying 7 factorial, 3 factorial, 3 factorial, 7 factorial. And what we get there is 60,480. Because if we just did 7 factorial, 3 factorial, that's how they can be lined up in groups, but only with 1 group on the left, 1 group on the right. But we have to also account for if we switch them. And last but not least, how many ways can 8 identical red chips and 9 identical blue chips be placed straight in a row? Well, that's 17 chips. This is just like the word thing. We have 8 repeats and 9 repeats. So that's 24,310. And I think one got left off. There was this one, 2587 factorial divided by 2586 factorial. It's actually kind of an easy one because it's going to be 2587 times, once you get to 2586, they all start canceling. That's your final answer. That's it.